Welcome to the pop-up. Your host, the Big O, coming to you live from the Black Media Matters studios in downtown Seattle. Man, this is Together We End Gun Violence Week, and man, it's already off to an impactful, very impactful start. Last night we had Janine Lewis and we had Lanisha Landry talking about the parents' experience losing loved ones to gun violence, and literally, man, turning that pain into purpose out here working in community. And tonight we take more of a government lens, and so we'll be checking in with our partners over at the King County Regional Office for Gun Violence Prevention. Hey. I got that right. Matter of fact, you know, I thought about it last night. We need to tell people a little bit more about the King County Office of Regional Gun Violence Prevention. Do you have that up there, Eric? Yep. Okay, fantastic. Well, this office right here seeks to prevent and eliminate gun violence and ensure equitable health outcomes for all by providing life-affirming care and resources to the individuals and families who are the most impacted by unjust systems. Man, that's a lot right there, but you know what I'm saying? I think we could sum it up even shorter than that and saying it like, man, they're out here trying to keep us safe in King County and across King County. Before we dive into the show as a whole, got to give a big shout out to We Rise Wines. We Rise Wines, Jamila Conley. They're located on 2nd Avenue, right across from the Moore Theater. Pop up over there. Man, it's really as far as bias. You can get all the best wines. The food is slapping, by the way. There's also event space there. It's a great place to go for like business meeting. You can take a business associate or a date, somewhere in between, business date, however you get down. But We Rise Wine is a great place to be. All right, let's go ahead and put this camera on wide here, Eric, and I can introduce my esteemed guest. We have Eleuthera Lisch, who is no stranger here to Converge Media or to the Black Media Matters studios, and you are the director of the King County Regional Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. It's a delight to be here, and let me be the first of all the fans to wish you an advance happy birthday. I know it's your birthday week, and it's an honor to get to celebrate your life.
Yeah, hello. Hey, it's an honor to be alive, especially these days. And a super familiar face here in the studio, but today he's in a very official capacity, and you can tell by his posture.
Okay, you see how my legs crossed, America?
We are serious.
Deaunte Damper is a community engagement specialist also over there at the county.
ROGVP.
Oh man, that's
we're gonna hit you with a little government. That's a little government.
I know you can't do your job without acronyms.
Yeah. Okay.
and that's one of them here. And I can just say that I can appreciate your very stoic posture here and everything else. You know
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's giving government.
Is it really what it is? Maybe it's my Ross shoes, but no, but really happy to be here tonight with you all. This is a topic that I already know is dear to Converge's heart, community's heart, and when we're talking about popping up, this subject is we need to be popping up for. So happy to be here.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so the way that the show works is that we start off with some news and headlines, And, we kind of give our thoughts. Now, and considering you guys work for the man, Charlie Bobo, the government, the fuzz, the county, I know it's only so deep that you can go on some of these headlines, but it's okay. We'll move through it. All right, we're going to hop right into it. First thing up, please, Mr. Director. This says here, FIFA World Cup brings Seattle to global stage during Pride Month. In a recent column in the Seattle Times, columnist Naomi Ishisaka, hey, that's my buddy. We went to Garfield together. We should be on the school paper. Details how Seattle is leveraging its role as a host of the 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup during Pride Month to highlight the region's commitment to inclusion and its LGBTQ plus community. Local World Cup organizers are promoting a How We Pride video and social media campaign and a June 26 Pride March, despite international attention and objections from participating teams, Egypt and Iran, both of which criminalize homosexuality. The initiative features numerous community leaders, including soccer stars Megan Rapinoe and Puyallup Tribe Council member Annette Bryan, and seeks to present Seattle as a welcoming and inclusive city. All right, somebody I know that knows a lot about pride. I don't know how much you know about World Cup, but are you seeing right now in the city kind of a dovetail between this FIFA energy and pride energy?
I am seeing both, which I am excited for. I haven't sat. It's been a long time. I went to a Sounders game, but I'm not too much into FIFA. But I'm excited for our community. It's a big deal for Seattle. It's also a big deal for my LGBTQIA plus community. But again, as we're excited at folks coming here, there is a bigger conversation that's happening here, right? And that is the safety for our queer folks. And shout out to Silent Task Force. It's also the safety for Black women that are out here in this community. So I am excited that these folks are coming, right? But I also want to know, what does it look like to ensure the safety of the folks that are here? And I'm excited about the marching. I'm excited about FIFA coming here. But again, we just need to be laser focused on the safety of us.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering safety is a big part of what you do at your job, it's almost like a default that you're very concerned about safety. But Eleuthera, any thoughts here on this FIFA energy and pride energy coming together here in the Emerald City?
Well, it's two really powerful forces coming together that are really positive and uplifting for so many people. And to consider that those might be in any kind of opposition to each other or in conflict with each other would be a real pity. And I'm really hopeful. I'm excited to see what the city is doing. And I'll also note that public health, King County Sheriff's Office, King County entities are committed to public safety and the increased need to support all communities during the FIFA activations, what's going to happen around the city. And during Pride, we know we're going to stand strong with the LGBTQIA plus community, and excited to be of great support and part of the rally of positive energy that's really here to uplift all.
Yeah, big shout out to the county. People forget, too. We actually had a story last week about how public health, which you guys are an extension of, right?
They're in public health.
Public health is dope, too, by the way. Just a quick note here. When the Morning Update show started back in March of 2020, and it was difficult to get information and everything else, public health found us. The morning update show broadcasting from right there on Jackson Street, and the people there were like, man, you guys are getting the word out to your community. And they were the first credible organization, government organization to ever reach out to Converge. And we've been rocking with them ever since. But they also talked about with the influx of so many travelers here, the best way, we talk about public safety, but there's also personal safety too.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so they're monitoring that. So big shout out to them. All right, we'll keep it moving here. Oh man, this is a sad story here. You got this one up here, Eric? Yeah. It says 16-year-old boy killed in shooting at Federal Way apartment. Yep. Okay. Well, we're not there yet, but it's okay. Oh, you got photos. Okay, well, let's go there. Yeah.
This is a sad story?
What's it? Not so sad.
This is a sad story? I'm just...
Wait, The big old flag didn't get raised, so it's sad. Well, let's talk about this flag raising here. All right, so we got that. We need our monitors, by the way, please. Yeah, so the flag raising was yesterday, and man, Deaunte is so nice that they did it twice. I'm talking about they raised the pride flag over there at King County, and that was King County government who did the flag raising there. We saw the county executive, Zahalai, was there. And I mean, it was just crazy, though, to try to get him in a shot with you. Because, he's like 6'7" or something.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got to zoom way out so we can make sure he's in the shot. But the county executive was there. There were several King County council members. But it was also a lot of just everyday county employees and supporters of the county that was there. And then we got on our hustle horse and ran all the way across the street to the city of Seattle, to the Bertha Landis night room right there. And that's where the LGBTQ Commission actually took the lead there on the flag raising. But you also have people like Mayor Wilson in the building and several other elected, Council President Hollingsworth, Eric Evans. There was a lot of people. So anyways, man, you raised the flag twice. This one is historic that you're the Grand Marshal of the parade, of Pride, actually, even beyond the parade. And now you participated in 2 flag raises in one day.
I felt like Beyonce yesterday. No, but it meant so much. Let me tell you something. I mean, if you look at the pictures, you'll see I'm wearing a jacket that a good friend gave to me. And it was actually woven by young women that are living with HIV.
Oh, wow.
And when I think back on my journey, I was just internally grateful to just be wearing that. I wore those women with me, and I have been proud and positive since 2013. So, and there are very many people that we have lost through HIV, through homophobia, through transphobia. So carrying that jacket in the county, in the city, was more than just a moment to me. It was a movement. And every time that I spoke, I felt those women moving with me. So I'm super grateful for every single person at the county. Shout out to Evelyn Chow, who did an amazing speech over there. And then shout out to everyone that spoke. There's too many people to name, but thank you, LGBTQ Commission, for putting on an amazing event. That was historic. One of the best flag raisings that I've been to. That speech just came from looking across and seeing somebody like Renee McCoy, who's been just such a strong advocate for HIV, knowing that Black-led organizations funding's getting cut. I had to speak for her. And I had to speak for every other person that was in that room that wants to rally. So it was an honor. How'd you feel being in there?
We'll get back to me. We're gonna stay in order over here.
Sorry.
I'm happy to weigh in.
You know what I'm saying? Eleuthera, I saw you over there at King County. You know what I'm saying? What were your thoughts yesterday in seeing your colleague here raising the flag?
Well, thank you for asking, and for giving me a chance to speak so publicly and having the opportunity to share how I feel. First of all, your pride makes me so proud. You are leading Pride right now, and you're uplifting so many people, Deaunte. But I want to take it back. You mentioned Evelyn Chow, and I had a chance to acknowledge her incredible speech where she invoked her 15-year-old self and what gave her purpose in fighting this cause and the way she has brought herself to this work, which immediately put me back to remembering, as we often talk about, 16-year-old Deaunte. And what I got a chance to tell you yesterday is from the minute I saw you as a 16-year-old in the basement of the YMCA, I saw yesterday, and I've held that vision in my mind, and I've watched you transcend and become and explode into such a beautiful rainbow of color, and to share that with so many people. So I know we're not blood, but I had a mother's pride. I had an auntie's pride. I am so so deeply proud of you, and it's an honor to get to stand beside you as a colleague and know the journey that you've been on and that we've been on together. And congratulations.
Thank you so much. There was one more other thing that I remember, and I want to really shout out Executive Zahalai.
Yes.
Because he acknowledged Juniper Blessing, and he also acknowledged this was a 12-year anniversary yesterday of losing the life of Dewan Anderson Young, who was tragically murdered June 1st. So really want to just lift up the Anderson Young family. Shout out to Falana. But I really just appreciated our executive acknowledging something happened recently, and also something happened in the past, and we need to end this violence in our community. So
It was a beautiful space to hold, and it was really powerful to hear him speak his name.
Yeah, I'm usually kind of critical, like I'm supposed to be, of elected officials, But I will say that it was a really good energy that was there, and it was really timely. It's hard to compare the two. Well, it's two different things, but the City of Seattle program, which was a really good program, it was a lot of people. It was a lot of stuff in a little bit of time, and so there wasn't really a lot of time for people to speak as long as they want to, outside of the very guests. So even Mayor Wilson's comments were very short. They were. It was very nice and impactful. They were short, but the executive has some time up there at King County and acknowledging the people from Metro, and acknowledging employees there and people who have really been on the front line in county government and pushing the line. So that was cool. But the best thing about this, and I don't know, is that right now the county is up 1-0 on the food. Okay, City of Seattle's food was cool too, and everything was great. But Eric, pork sliders and
Shout out to Barrow Nation. Shout out to
is
Barrow
that what it
Nation.
was? Marination? Oh yeah, kimchi rice.
Yeah.
spam slider.
Fire. It was fire.
It was slapping. So here we go. Well, now like I say, joy follows sorrow, sorrow follows joy. This next story right here, this is the one I was on earlier. This is coming out of Federal Way, Washington, and it says 16-year-old boy killed in shooting at Federal Way apartment complex. According to video from Como 4 News, the 16-year-old boy was found dead after gunfire erupted at an apartment complex in Federal Way on Monday night. Around 9 p.m., officers were called to an apartment complex in the 2400 block of South Star Lake Road after residents heard gunfire. The victim died on the scene. According to Federal Way Police, the 16-year-old victim and the gunman knew each other. Detectives identified the suspect as a 28-year-old man. The circumstances leading up to the shooting are under investigation. Before I throw this out there, I know that you guys can't talk about investigations or anything like that. But first and foremost, we start on the human level here, is that, we lost another young person to gun violence.
And everyone lost to gun violence is someone's beloved. Everyone stolen by gun violence, taken by gun violence is someone's beloved. And I want to start by acknowledging the suffering and the pain that his family is feeling, and the community that surrounds their family is feeling, and how that pain also gravitates to and attaches to the other families that are grieving, because every time we lose somebody, it opens that portal of loss, and it affects so very many people. And a 16-year-old is unconscionable. Gun violence and guns and gun injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens for the first time in U.S. history since 2020. And while there are statistics that will talk about gun violence going down, it will never matter to the individual lives lost and to the family, because that statistic of positivity isn't going to mean anything to their pain and suffering. And we are committed to standing and working alongside of all victims of firearm injury and gun violence, but our hearts are always with the survivors and the victims who are lost. And I just want to acknowledge that we also invest in organizations, and you're right, we cannot talk about investigations. It's too soon, and information is not available and wouldn't be ours to share. But we do invest in organizations that are providing services and supports, and I was able to check in with the organization that services Federal Way through our funding and know that they are connecting with the family and know that they are supporting that complex tonight, that apartment complex, and that they're actively engaging with the residents there to do what they can to prevent any further violence from happening. So that's what I do know tonight, and I know that we'll learn more in the days to come.
Right, and now Deaunte, separate from this tragic incident, Eleuthera just said something right here. What Eleuthera said is that the investments that the county has made in partnership in organizations that are serving local communities, and that the organization might try to reach out, touch base, connect with family, connect with what's going on there. I know we'll talk about it later in the show, but how important is that kind of work?
It's super important, especially within those first 30 days when any active shooting is happening, especially in an apartment space. We know that so many community folks are actually involved, so it's really important to make sure that ecosystem is tight. And that it's connecting with law enforcement, knowing that law enforcement is our first responders, but we also have our responders, our community responders that are out there that are able to give folks that wraparound service, especially restoration services. I really want to push that, so shout out to our hospital-based intervention team that is able to provide that resource, because a lot of families have needed that lift. And I believe that this is the 4th young person under the age of 18 that has lost their life this year in King County. And we want to just, one, of course, condolences to the family, but it is essential. I know that we have our first responders, but our folks that we have contracted out in that area can really give that community that healing response.
Yeah, I mean, it's real. We had a good conversation last night. I said with Janine and Lanisha, and yeah, anyways, I'll say that for later on in the show, because I try to keep it on time over here. I'm dealing with government, you know what I'm saying? we got to stay timely. We're going to talk a lot tomorrow, because we got lots of photo and video about the city of Seattle proclaiming June 6th Amar A. Sean Murphy Payne Day that happened up there. Let's do a hand for that. Yes, that's right. I was there in the city council chambers today. You can see me on camera behind, wiping tears the whole time, and some of everything else. But and we had Aaron here a few weeks ago, leading up to this. So congratulations to him. And like I said, tomorrow in the show we're gonna have a whole bunch of video and photos from yesterday or from today. But one, of course, congratulations to them, but also the county. You guys had a proclamation or something happen here today as well, right?
Yeah, we did. And I do want to start by just congratulating Aaron and his beautiful wife and their beautiful other children and family, surviving children, and acknowledge we didn't get to be there because, yes, we were over at the county council chambers receiving a proclamation declaring Friday, June 5th, Gun Violence Awareness Day, and that's always important, but nothing as important as really uplifting Amar's incredible life and seeing the community rally and come together around his life. So June 5th is National Gun Violence Awareness Day. We are activating all over King County our firearm safe storage distribution. We'll be doing a series of events. I think we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Mm-hmm. So this was the council's acknowledgement of both the work of our office, the important work of the community providers and partners we work with. And it was important to me in that space, Omari, to uplift all the contributors to addressing gun violence, the first responders that are law enforcement, yes, and community providers, but also 911 dispatchers and firefighters and co-responders, because it takes everybody, and it was an important opportunity to get to name that today in council chambers and uplift everybody that contributes.
Were you there in chambers?
I was in the chambers, but you better believe right when that was over, I ran up the hill. I ran up the hill like back in the days. Like I was running out of Columbia Plaza, I ran up that hill. Because I think that what I want people to understand about Aaron Murphy Payne is the willpower of a father I've never seen. I've never. To me, I've never seen this much willpower in this space within the areas of this work, and it is with so much humility and grace, but also there's a light that man carries.
That's right.
The light that man carries is a light that he gives to other people, and those people then become light. You think of the areas like Garfield could be a space of a tragedy, but he comes there at least once or twice every quarter to do an activation for them. One, not to forget about to honor not just his son, but also himself, also the CD that he grew up in. He could be walking, he could hold so much anger, because there's a lot of folks that you could be angry at, but what he wants to give is love. And I'm just so happy for the city, thankful for the city of Seattle, because they were able to bless that whole family with love today. And I just want to just send out love to the family. I love y'all. But I'm telling you, the light that man carries is going to change this world. And the fact that he is saying, hey, fathers have a voice too. And it's having other fathers use their voice. It's the light. And I'm just so honored to just be walking alongside him. And he's also a proud partner of this week of Together We End Gun Violence. I'm so proud of him. You ain't gonna make me cry on here, but you know it's coming.
Not yet.
I just want to, if I could double down on everything Deaunte said, never nearly as eloquently, but we had dinner with Aaron and his family last night, and watching him reach out to and support, especially watching what's happening with the men. And I also want to acknowledge you, Deaunte, for being a force behind that, to see what they needed and to support him and James and others to find their way to each other and to uplift the power of fathers in addressing this. And seeing his leadership and feeling his spirit and hearing his ministry has been incredibly powerful. And we're honored to stand and walk beside him.
Yeah, no, good stuff. That's Fam Bam. Give him a big hug up there today.
And can we just say, if the food was bad yesterday, City of Seattle made up for it today. Because the food, shout out to Wally, because the food was delicious.
Wally, let's give Wally a hand.
I still got a plate in the car.
Best hush puppies I've ever eaten in my life. I just got to say that. I told him to his face last week.
Wally got it slap. Okay. So, yeah, hey, listen, this is a good week to hang out around city government, man.
I'm telling you.
We over here eating good,
I ain't bought no food
Wally's,
from my house.
Come on. Keep it coming. All right. One last thing here real quick. We'll move through this one quickly. We'll go to A9 here. Eric, man, these are our buddies over the Seattle Medium. This is such a great thing that they got going. This is the Best of the Northwest Readers' Choice Awards, and this is really so dope. Like, I'm so happy, like, the Medium is doing this and everything else, because oftentimes we're looking to other media that's not necessarily representative of who we are and what we represent, for them to tell us who our favorites are. Mm-hmm. And so for the Medium to just be like, actually. So the Medium has announced the official nominees and the commencement of public voting for its inaugural Best of the Northwest Readers' Choice Awards, with voting running from June 1st to June 19th, and you can vote online at bestofthenorthwest.com. The program honors outstanding businesses, nonprofit, community leaders, educators, athletes, and cultural institutions making a positive impact throughout the Northwest. Now, speaking of Aaron got 3 nominations. Okay, he got like coach, he got like community leader, mentor. Also, your buddy Apollonia Washington.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I ain't trying to. I mean, they good. I'm nominated 3 times too.
What?
Yes, I'm not. You don't
what?
See. This is what you have to do. Community. Make sure you ask your friends, because he be liking stuff and don't be knowing. It's like, no. But I am nominated 3 times. And it's a blessing to be nominated for all 3 of those categories. But I will look in the camera and say, vote for Aaron, vote for Apple, Vote for Double Dutch Divas. Vote for Cortez Charles. Vote for Joaquin Garrett. Vote for all of those community folks. I mean, Ashley McGirt. Vote for all of those folks. I could tell you to vote for me, but we're all a part of this. We all winners in the space. We all grew up looking at the medium, and our names we're on their website. We're in their space. Like, vote for them. I mean, yes, if you want to vote for me, that'd be nice. But no, the folks that I just named are the people that are teaching me how to lead. So vote for them.
I'm just going to take his advice.
Yeah, okay. Well, it seems like, yeah.
No, you just want to lift up, most of the time, of course, you want to win. Oh, shout out to Freedom Project, too. Yes, it'd be great to win, but it's an honor to be in that category with all them dope people.
This is true. We talk about this all the time here, though, man. It's okay to be a joyful receiver.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, can I hit the camera, please? Anybody that wants to vote for Deaunte, go ahead and vote for it. He got the receipts, just like everybody else is there. If you want to vote for other people. And, I don't know. It might be a scientific poll, might not. You might be able to vote for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Many times. Anyways, listen. We're going to take a quick break. You see how time flies, man? The show's technically halfway done, but, dealing with you guys, we'll charge for overtime. But we're going to take a quick break right now, and when we come back, we dive into some questions with Deaunte and Eleuthera about their work. You're watching The Pop-Up.
Women in Washington face more than twice the risk of syphilis in 2024, but cases are falling as we learn the facts and look out for ourselves. Yet 1 in 10 pregnant cases were among Black women, but more than half of potential congenital cases were prevented with early care. Early testing makes a difference. Get tested and protect yourself. Protect your child. Protect the community.
What's up, everybody? JD here. I'm tapping in to make sure you go to JuneteenthWA.com to find out everything that's going on and stay up to date on all the stuff that will be happening at Juneteenth this year. The event, we are moving to the beautiful Hobb Field and parking lot A down over there. Make sure you go to the website to hear about everything. We're having a car show this year. We're doing the Taste of Juneteenth this year. And on the main stage, we are bringing Erica Campbell, Crystal Aiken, and Life Jennings, and we have some great local acts that you may have heard of, maybe you haven't, but you will hear about them on Juneteenth. So make sure you go to the website to learn everything you need to know about the event. Also, you can RSVP on the event if you want to be a vendor, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a food truck. All that is on the website, JuneteenthWA.com. If you want to sign up for the car show, JuneteenthWA.com. We'll see you here. Peace.
Media Matters Studios in downtown Seattle. I am your host, Omari Salisbury. And now we're time to jump into discussion with Eleuthera Lisch and Deaunte Damper, both from the King County Regional Office of Gun Violence Prevention. Yes, hey, I got it. The director and community engagement specialist. So I have some well-curated questions for you here, so I can stay on task and on focus. We'll throw the first one out to you, Madam Director. What does it mean to take a public health approach to gun violence? Because, as we mentioned before, your office is an extension of public health, one of the best in America and the world, by the way. An extension of it. What does it mean?
Thanks for asking that question. It's something that, the World Health Organization started calling gun violence a public health concern back in the 70s. And by the 1990s, late 1990s, people were recognizing and talking about it that way, but nobody had really codified what does it actually mean to take a public health approach. So in public health, we think about total population health. We got to think about everybody, and is everybody doing